We're going to talk about how to deal with pain using a Fasciablaster. Stay tuned if you don't know what that is, and even if you do, you might get a new way to use it. How to use essential oils for pain, both for the muscular aspect as well as the emotional aspect. And I'm Dr. Allison Johnson. I'm a doctor of Oriental medicine, and I have a great interest in helping people feel better, be happy while they're living longer. So about vitality and youth enhancing.
My name is Jean Collins, and I do health and wellness and chemical-free living because I found out through my own experience that the toxins really affect us, and they were just grandfathered in 1976. So you got to look at the ingredients. Even if it's organic, there's a lot of greenwashing out there, so really check your ingredients, not just of your food, but what you're cleaning with. Plus, I love that I only really now have one cleaner. It's great. So I do that, and I do that with Young Living because it's just changed my life, and I'm similar to Allison, and I'm ready, and I love just helping people and having them have this vitality, and their vitality into old age is just amazing. I know that Allison is going to mention what she's been dealing with, so take it away.
All right, so for the past 3 days, I've been dealing with a migraine headache. These started coming on after 2 rear-end car accidents where I was rear-ended in 2017. And so part of that is a certain kind of PTSD kind of thing, which is kind of an emotional thing with the migraines that come on. But also part of it is a musculoskeletal thing. So I get a lot of tightness in my upper shoulders and into my neck. And you don't have to have had a car accident to have that. Our modern way of sitting a lot and our posture and computer work and all these things and being on our devices is very taxing to this whole muscle set up in here. So some tools that I've learned really help me with this actually help, because I've gone the route of taking pain medications, and while it did work to some extent, kind of take the edge off, ultimately it's not helping my body heal, and it's not actually a really quick relief. And I found that the Fasciablaster and the essential oils are a really great relief. So I wanted to introduce to you Fasciablaster, which is from Ashley Black, and you can see the link below to the Fasciablaster tools if you're interested in exploring them and possibly purchasing them. And so she wrote this book, The Cellulite Myth. It's not fat, it's fascia. And so all of these tools are truly amazing at reducing cellulite, which is great. They also really help with musculoskeletal pain because the fascia runs through our whole body, connects basically all parts of the body together, all the muscles and all of that, and also goes from our outside deep into our inside, so our internal organs actually have fascia around them as well. In any case, what we're working with the tool, for the most part, is to help the surface fascia basically like come untangled. So you can think of the fascia as getting in these kind of knots and tangles based on our different postures and injuries and different things that happen. And so by using these tools, you're essentially untangling that fascia, therefore the muscle can relax, and then the nerves can relax, and then there's less pain and actually more mobility, more vitality, right? So I'll just introduce these 2 tools to you. So this is called the Mini One. You see it's got the little claw, it's actually a fairly large claw, and a little pointed tip. And then you have the, it's called the Face Blaster, and you see how tiny these little claws are. So it's better for smaller areas such as the face. What I'm gonna show you just real quick without doing it is the method that you would do. So you would take a oil if you're going to work on the skin. So say I'm going to work on the neck and the face, then I'm going to use the oil. Here's some fractionated coconut oil, which is a good choice. And so you would put the oil pretty liberally, say on your neck and on your face, right? And then I would always go in a straight line, whether it's diagonal, side, side, vertical. Never go in circles, because if you think about that, it's kind of like tangling more. So you want to work in straight lines, whatever you're doing. So you want to kind of reach that line where it's like a hurt so good kind of line. You don't want to be hurting yourself, but you do want to be releasing tension, which you will do. So a lot of headaches, mine, I was feeling more in the temples and in the forehead. So I would work my temples and I would work my forehead with the little tool. And I would also go into my neck, because that's where I feel a lot of the tension, with the little tool. And I would get as back as well. Wherever I felt that tension, I could use this, okay? And then I could come in with the larger tool next, and I could do the same thing. So you kind of warm it up with the little one, then you get more with the bigger one. And then if I had some pressure, tender points, I could push and wiggle with the bigger tool here, okay? And then I was having a lot of tension on my head. So if you don't have long hair, you can potentially use the tools to just straight on your head. But if you do, you don't want to tangle your hair all up. Put it in the little sock, okay? So it's kind of like a nylon type sock. You can still see the little claws here. And then I would go on areas of tenderness on my head with the tool as well, with the sock on there. Okay, and just do it until you get some relief, and you will get relief. What I'll do first is do the straight fractionated coconut oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, whatever you want to do. And then at the end, I put the essential oils on, because sometimes if you're, I hardly even did this on my skin. You can already see it's getting pink. So you're increasing the circulation in all these areas, but you're also creating a certain kind of friction where you're going over and over it again. And so you don't want to have an oil that could irritate your skin, such as peppermint, like get extra irritating because you keep going over and over and over it. But also the added benefit is you could use less essential oil after you do this session, like I said, because these areas are already nice and warmed up and receptive to the oil. So at the end then, Young Living essential oils are very high quality, so I can just put them on straight for me. If you have extremely sensitive skin, you want to do a patch test first, or you can dilute it with a little bit more of the fractionated coconut or whatever you're going to use. So I love clary sage essential oil, so I would do a couple drops of that and go up into, the areas of tension. Another one that I really love is helichrysum. And then another one is frankincense. And I'll just read you very quickly from this essential oil pocket reference, which if you choose to become part of our Young Living team, you will get. Look, it's nice and thick. It's really good. Okay, so if you look at what clary sage does, one of the qualities is that it's anti-spasmodic and it's a relaxant. So it's really good for body pain because it has that relaxant and anti-spasmodic quality. So if you've ever had your back like seize up on you, that's that spasm, right? So this is going to release spasm, and that's very helpful, and it's going to relax. It's also really good to do before bed because you have really cool dreams and it's very relaxing. And then helichrysum has the qualities of being anti-inflammatory. So if you understand, a lot of pain and irritation like that comes from inflammation in the body. It also is an anti-spasmodic like clary sage, and it also regenerates nerves. So the major reason I got this one was part of that is a lot of nerve issues from that whiplash, right? So my neck, and then I get this nerve pain that's kind of down into the upper back because of the second accident. I was looking to the side when I got hit. And so there's this weird pain that I have back here that's very nervy. So helichrysum is really special for that. And then the clary sage is really good for relaxing the muscles overall. Both of them also are going to work on the emotional aspect of pain and chronic pain, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But in any case, if you're interested in trying the Fasciablasters, check out the link below. And the oils as well, check out the link below. And Jean, you were going to talk a little bit more about frankincense, which I didn't cover as much.
I love frankincense. And for those of you who have tuned in before, you guys have seen us talk about frankincense for calming and also for meditation. So those are kind of the same, or skin issues, or just helping have that youthful skin, right? So, but it's just, so it is great for muscles. It smells awesome. And that calming aspect is great for the emotional aspect. It can kill cells that aren't supposed to be in your body. That's pretty cool that it can see that and do that. For all of my science friends who wants to do some more research, or even if you're not super sciencey, you can look up sesquiterpenes. So that's what frankincense is all about. And I like to just, if I'm gonna have like maybe some neck issues, just take a few drops. I usually am fine with putting frankincense on directly on my skin, but again, use a carrier oil, which is almond or coconut or jojoba. And frankincense is one of those oils that's in the premium starter kit, but I also like the Cool Azul pain cream. And so if you look at the ingredients, because there is also an essential oil, but the pain cream is great, and it is an over-the-counter approved FDA product. But the ingredients are oils that are either trees, herbs, or flowers. So with our seed to seal process that Young Living does, we go beyond just the smell. There's a science behind each of our oils and our products. All of our products have science. They're made for a purpose. So I think that's really awesome that we do that. And if you wanted to learn more, you could go to seedtoseal.com. But we have over 50 scientists in our Young Living family that are trained. Dr. Michael Book is the one who helped with the Cool Azul pain cream and getting that approved. I like this one more in the summertime because it is so hot. This will cool you down. Cool Azul pain cream, right? Panaway comes with the premium starter kit. And what I realized when we were chatting before and just talking, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure all of our, because there are more than what we're just saying, all of our oils to help support the muscles and support before or after exercise. So if you want to, like, you're going to use this, if you exercise, which you should, because exercise helps with calming, just keeping your body moving is so important. So with the Panaway, this has wintergreen, peppermint, and clove, and helichrysum. So the helichrysum is what Allison was already using, which is just amazing. Helichrysum is so awesome. Essential oils are great, and you want to remember that with these different options, it's because we're all a little different. Yeah, we all have the same organs, but we have different blood types. So that affects each of us differently. And then you do want to rotate things out, because you can kind of think of it like your food. You don't want to be eating the same thing every day, because then you're going to get malnutrition. You want to change it up every once in a while. Now, frankincense is one of the oils that I probably do use every day, but then there's other oils that I change out, so it does still help. So that's it. That is some other essential oils you can, that will come in the premium starter kit, and that you can also add to your essential rewards. But we do have that emotional aspect, right, Allison?
Yes, so if you look at, I usually tell my Chinese medicine students this, if you look at the way that our medicine in this country, we call it Western medicine, modern medicine, treats pain, what they'll often do is give painkillers, so opioids, NSAIDs, which is aspirin, ibuprofen, all of that stuff, opioids if it's a stronger pain, sometimes they'll give other kinds of things, but the major idea is reduce inflammation, or basically like shut down the central nervous system so it doesn't feel as much pain. And another thing they'll do with chronic pain is they'll give patients depression drugs. So drugs like SSRIs, so selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. The point of this is that they understand that there's not a lot that they can do with chronic pain. And the patient's well-being, their emotional state, starts to get affected very severely when that person is in chronic pain. So the body has an amazing capacity to deal with pain. They say that sometimes women perhaps have a little bit of an easier capacity with that due to their innate biology that they can give birth, which is an incredible pain, right? Or they have monthly menstrual cycles, which can also be painful. Regardless of that, Everyone has different thresholds for pain, but chronic pain, pain that happens over and over and over again, the body's got some kind of trauma that it's kind of reliving in some sense, or that there's pressure on a nerve. And one could say that a lot of pain is a lot of not so much the pressure on a nerve, but this kind of loop that the body's caught in the central nervous system. And so a really, really effective way to get to that aspect of it is through essential oils. And I mean, having had chronic pain for, oh my gosh, not decades yet, but over a decade, I have tried many different things. And that's why I'm such a proponent of the Fasciablaster, which I've really found to be incredibly helpful, and essential oils, both for the muscle tension and pain, and also for the emotional aspect of pain, which can be almost like the body can tolerate a fair amount of pain, but when that mind has to have that pain as a kind of a constant static, it's very challenging to deal with. It's very challenging to live your life. And so a lot of, I was telling Jean before we started, it's like, this is what it feels like. Very uncomfortable in my skin. I can't get away from this, like, So to me, the antidote to that is kind of a smoothing or a calming effect. And so we were talking about which oils might be especially good for that.
There are a number of oils that are great for helping with stress and just helping with having that calming state, but we decided to focus on peace and calming, because peace and calming, especially in the diffuser, does have orange and citrus oils in there. It also has like a floral too, because there's some ylang ylang and patchouli in there, and it's just so great. And what I've noticed is, like, yes, that feeling that Allison was saying is so true. But I've just noticed in general, like, I'll use oils because because I used to do this a lot, like, oh my God, I have so much to do. I need to hurry up and get there, and then I gotta hurry up and get here. And then I'm just like running around and like maybe dropping things, and it's just not really working. I just like get all amped up. And over the time, especially with continuing using oils, because I've been using them since December 2007, roughly. Yes, December 2007. And it's just been amazing to see how the more and consistent I got, and the more I realized, like, oh, I get more done when I'm like, yeah, I'm calm. I got this. Yeah, I got some things to do. I got a lot of things to do, but I can do this. What's the next thing I need to do right now? So that's kind of been my experience, not only for the aspect of that pain and that, but to realize that, like, when you have a calmer state, your body is just going to do its processes better. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I just love that we have so many different awesome options, and that you can, I mean, this is another one that's in that premium starter kit.
Absolutely. So the peace and calming that we've talked about, frankincense that we've talked about, and Hanaway we talked about, are all in the premium starter kit. Link is below if you want to check that out. And that will allow you to move into the Young Living company with getting your wholesale discount, which is 24% off these amazing products. You have no obligation to buy after that, but you know that you'll probably want to, because these products are amazing. And you don't have no obligation to sell either, but you can if you want to. And which you probably want to do because you want to share it with your friends and family.
So yeah, once you start feeling better, it's like, I actually didn't even realize this was a business, because I was in college and my mom didn't tell me. She was just like, here's your member number, here's your PIN, here's your essential rewards date. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I learned about all the promos, and I would work to make sure that I could get these oils, because that's how life-changing they were for me. So I am on the Essential Rewards, and it's a great monthly way to get your oils every month, commit to that wellness plan, and just support your body, especially in all of these interesting times. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And I just wanted to mention one more thing. Epsom salt baths. Do not underestimate the power of the Epsom salt bath, okay? And you can buy Epsom salts at your local drugstore. You can buy them online. Costco has a really great price on Epsom salts, where you get 2 bags for like $7 in these humongous bags. So if you're really into Epsom salts and you're thrifty and you like to support Costco, I think that would be a good choice. In any case, Epsom salts are magnesium sulfate, and your body can absorb magnesium through your skin. So if you've ever been to hot springs, we have some wonderful hot springs in New Mexico. That's one way that your body is feeling so good after the hot springs. It's not just because you've been in hot water for a while, it's because of all those natural minerals, including magnesium, that you're absorbing through your skin. And so when you take an Epsom salt bath, you're absorbing that magnesium sulfate through your skin. Some would say it's easier to absorb magnesium through your skin than through your gut. And we are chronically deficient in magnesium because of the depletion of our farming soils, over farming, because of all the food demand and supply that's gone on in the US. So supplementing with magnesium is really important. Magnesium by itself is like a muscle relaxer, although it's responsible for many enzymatic processes in the body, many, like 300 plus. So it's really important to have. It's not one that you can overdose on. If you take it internally, you will get diarrhea, and then you'll understand that's too much for me, and then you back off. If you're doing it with the Epsom salt bath, your body's absorbing it through your skin, no problem. It'll just absorb whatever it wants to. So in any case, the Epsom salt bath, I'd use about 3 to 4 cups of Epsom salt per bath. Get a nice bath going at the temperature that you like, hotter. And then putting lavender essential oil from Young Living into that bath also. Lavender, I'm sure you're familiar with, has a very lovely calming effect. And this would be a great way to end your day, to get a really good night's sleep, and to relax your muscles so that when you wake up the next day, you'll be in a much better place. Your body's not going to be chronically tense and nervous system amped up overnight, because overnight is so important for our body to heal and regenerate itself. And so getting that really good quality sleep is going to help your body tissues regenerate, your nervous system calm down, so that you wake up the next day with less, or hopefully no pain. So thank you for joining us today. Check out our other videos. You can check me out on YouTube at Immortal Beauty, and also on Facebook at Immortal Beauty.
I have my YouTube channel, Jean Collins, and then I also have Makeup Moments on Facebook, and you can always just follow me on Facebook in general and say, hey, I found you on YouTube, and you just, whatever you need to say. Let's stay connected. I do also have Instagram. It's Jean for Health, and that is more focused on just health and wellness and being creative.
All right, let us know any comments, questions you have. Check out the Fasciablaster and the Young Living Essential Oils in the link below. Have a great day.